Again, this is Old Man PHP. I create PHP video tutorials for the old guys who want to learn a new skill and compete with the young crowd. This is video 88. On our last video, number 87, we talked about how to send an email right from the subscription form, which is what I'm showing you here. Remember that? So I showed the database table, and of course the email, right? Because when I sent it to an email, which I have, and you saw it. I showed it all to you. In this video, what I want to do is talk about it's the same form, right? But I didn't get to talk about the bad words or the stuff that you need to spill out, like as the first, defense, and of course if you click on it and you one of these what is that, the input box, and you go to the next one, you get like a message saying, hey, you clicked on this, please enter a proper name, and those kind of things, right? That I want to show you. So this algorithm was written, and I showed it to you before, and I think we even talked about it two videos ago, and then of course way back I kind of talked about it, and somebody was telling me, which I don't understand why he does not subscribe to me. I mean, he gets help from me, and I'm showing him stuff, and he calls me and says, hey, you didn't talk about the spilling out the bad words, like the first defense to protecting your database, because you don't want to put like, bad words here, and then you hit the subscribe and it goes into a database, and now it's like you got bad words. It will do all the sanitizing and all that stuff, so that before it hits the database, so I will catch it there. But I just wanted to make sure that you do it on the browser side, right? Because JavaScript is written in JavaScript, and JavaScript is it's a front-end language. You could do JavaScript on the in the server side, but it's a little complicated. Same thing, but you have to do certain things for it to work. I don't do that. I just do the front-end JavaScript, like this stuff. Like I told you before, I used to love Java, and I still do. I just don't do it as much because I love PHP. I love PHP. Anyway, the first defense is right, so you want to make sure you do that. Plus, of course, when you go here and you go, but I'm going to show you in a second. It's important that you do these kind of things. Yeah, it's a simple subscription. I went to actually I went to several websites that had the subscription situation, and I was like, okay, let me test this out. And I'm sorry that I did this, but I kind of put a little, bad word into it, and they took it. It took it. Maybe they took it was the database was protected on the server side. Like in other words, it saw my what I enter, and then they just spilled it out. They put it in a database at all. But I did that several times just to see. And not only that, I also did when you can actually go into this and get out of it, and then it blur. You will go right back. Let me show you, because I'm getting a little bit there. Yeah, I'm also getting ready for my radiation. But I wanted to do this video because he was telling me that yesterday. Oh, why don't you talk about that? I also mentioned that I did that before, but okay, I'm doing it here. So basically, remember this is the same one, right? This is created dynamically. You got this as a form. You can add this to that other website, right? The one with let's see, this one right here. Just add it when if you ever need it. I just did it separately because I didn't want to keep adding to this one, right? Because it kind of becomes really big. But you can do that yourself, right? You take this out, add the other one. It depends. what you want, right? So let's see where I'm at right now. So we're here, right? And you wanna, and this is the same one, the email form, right? That we talked about yesterday, how I showed you all that. So basically, this is what it is. Remember, we talked about the nouns form and how you got your CSS here, and you got all this stuff, your dynamic menu creation, um, um, and the form itself, right? This is the form. This is the name of the form, right? This is the actual name of both input box. This is for the name, which is this one, subname, and email sub. And as you can see, you have a placeholder that says enter your name. This is what you see in here, right? You can change that and it'll be different. And plus, the name that the PHP looks for is this one. When you do CSS stuff, you're going to do this, or when you're doing the JavaScript, you're going to use this one and this one. So we're going to go down there now. This is, I put it that normally I will put it in a separate file like the way I did here, but I'm going to, I put it in the same file. It's a function right here. It runs right away. The reason why it will run right away is it does this. This is like telling me to, like if I took this, where is it? Like if I took this guy, I'll put it over here for a second, okay guys? And then I went like this. That's what that means. Oh, run this whole thing, right? But by doing what I'm doing, I'm getting it ready, I'm readying this function here is an anonymous function, doesn't have a name. And then if you go here to the bottom here, see, it tells you, okay, run that whole thing, just have it ready, right? I'm not going to get into JavaScript, but this is not a JavaScript thing. Plus, I will have to kind of really show you the beginning. I don't do that anymore. But I'm showing you this because you're going to be needing this stuff. You'll be able to figure things out too. So for instance, you got this right now. This one is the bad word one. See, that's the bad word. Normally, you will put all your bad words right in here. Right in here. You know what I'm talking about, like, you know, pulling stuff. Or even add stuff that you want people to look at, or anything. Or even, you know, SQL, injection. I mean, you could put all this stuff in here, but I did this for the password, for, you know, for the same reason. I told you earlier that I put a bad word on somebody's subscription and kind of went in there. That was horrible. And I did that several times too. But anyway, this is where you put it. Right now, we're just doing the Clark, Keto, and Carnivore. So if I, and then what happens is it looks at the length here and assigns it to this guy, to this variable. Gives you this here, and this document get element by ID is actually this. Get element by ID. What was the IDs are? Right here. See, these are IDs. This one you see get element by ID. We're talking about this here, not this, not this. This ID. It says it right there. Get element by ID. Blah blah blah. Then it gives you the length, because that's what I did right here. Look, this is the length of what this is. So it knows that it's what, 1, 2, and 3. And it starts at 0, 1, and 2. Remember I told you 0 index. And what happens is it goes in here, it loops through the whole thing, and it checks it. And it compares it by doing this. This is what it compares. It says, hey, anything you put in here, is it in here? That's basically what this is. And then you say, well, it is. It's true. Okay, so blank it out. And that's what this is. That's what that is. And the other one, the other algorithm is like, this is the part right here that, oh, by the way, this same thing here, this is the key up. So the moment you put something here, like you type something in and you get let go, because now you're going to the next letter, and you keep at it, and if it equals to what you see here, like like here or here or here, that's where you get that little blank right here. I'm going to show you in a second. And this one here is the blur. So if you hit, let's go for this first. Let's do this first. So I'm here, right? And I want to say, in the real situation, you know what I'm saying, but I'm doing decline. How about keto? Because it's shorter. I'm going to say key, T-O, right? Boom, it went away. You saw that? Or if I said Dick, in the real situation, it will gone now, but we're doing Clark, right? Dick Clark, boom, gone. And this is so we hear the same. Now, because I'm here, right? Look, I'm here. You notice it's blue. That means I'm here. I'm in it. I want to leave, and I want to come here instead. So if I leave, let's say if I did the tab to get out from here to here, that's how people usually do, right? They don't type and then they do this and then do this. You just use the tab and it jumps right away. The moment you hit the tab, boom, you saw that? You got this message. Please enter your proper name. So let's say you put, I don't know, Andres, and then you jump. See, that's it. It's still the same one. But if I jump from here, you're going to see this change right here. You see? Please enter the proper email address. This way you could do it. Now, if for someone to do this, which I haven't done it in this particular video, where they kind of go like this, AO1, and if you send it in there, in the server side, they look at it and it spells it back. I didn't do it here for these, for the the front end part of it, the JavaScript. All I did was added this part here for just the bad words, and I added this one for the blur. And this is what gives you the message. See? Please enter your proper name, value. Please enter your proper address. It's going to div. To the inner div. I want you to copy that to the inner div 1. It's just a name. Yep. Element by ID div 1, and then inside there, please write this down, which I will show you in a second, right over here. Where are you? You're right here. Let me put a space here. Here we go. So this is the ID. Notice there's nothing in here. There's nothing in here. But it reads it, and when it does this stuff and puts this information, puts it right in here. Puts it right in here. That's what you're seeing here. Plus I made it that it'll be red as I put it in. Now remember, right now I'm just showing you how you embed CSS, but in reality, in the production machine, when you have gotten really good, everything, you shouldn't even be having any elements with a style element in it. You shouldn't even have that rule. It should be either in here, like this, but you're better off having it in a separate file for a link, and you name it, of course, .css, because that's what it needs. You name it whatever you want, and you should have that. You shouldn't even have this. This is okay now because I'm training. I'm training you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. But I also added it in here because I'm testing and training and it's showing you, right? So that's why, but in reality, don't do that. And basically that's it. That's basically it. You put that information, blah, blah, blah. When it goes in through. What the hell? Love slamming doors. A company that's right next to it. Anyway, we reached the end. I hope you like it. On the description, I'm definitely going to add those things. The same thing as I did from the last video. I'm going to put it here, except that it's going to have all the new stuff. Okay, it's going to have all this, where is it? It's going to have all this and all this. That way you can, it's going to be in PHP in case you want it that way, or if you want it as a text. Now, if you want this to be a separate file, like how I did it over here, all you have to do is copy this whole thing all the way down here, copy it to open up an empty file, put it in there, name it whatever you want, and then when you come here, instead of having it in here like this, just say script, blah blah blah, this is the source, the name of the source.js. Excuse me. I tried to hold it, but it didn't work. Anyway, that's what it is. I hope you did learn something from this part. And, give me a thumbs up. And if you think that I could improve in it upon this, then, put it in the comments below. And, I do read them. And if I can answer them, I will answer some of them. But since I don't have much, it should be easy. Anyway, learn it, do this. I think on the next video, what I like to do is maybe we can go into the object-oriented programming. It's a lot different than doing it this way. It's what is it? What was the name of the one that we're going to use? Let me see. It's what is this thing? This is my C panel. I'll do another video so you can show you. They could do all this stuff, which is great, it's good stuff. But you could do it with an object, so everything is all. Pieces of it will go into it, but you're gonna see what I'm talking about. It's a little complicated, and not every project should go that way. But easy stuff and all that, you can do it that way too. It's nice to learn it anyway. I don't do it much. I like doing it this way. But it's good to have that. I did do it a few times with different things, but it wasn't major, you know what I mean? I like this better because it reminds me of all the programming languages that I had done before, like COBOL and Fortran and BASIC and ASP. I mean, it's always did it like this, And I like it that way better. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to do that. Hopefully, maybe it'll be on the next video, or the next 2 videos. If somebody reaches me and say, hey, listen, you need to talk about this certain thing, I'm like, okay. So then I'll do a video on that, okay? Anyway, thank you very much. A good night.